Tea time with Mama Pajama. Oh my gosh, guys, I am procrastinating so badly. I have got to do my taxes. And I told myself, work on your taxes for an hour, and then you can have your tea break. And I couldn't do it. I just looked at the pile of paperwork, and I thought, I just might need a little tea break beforehand. I have never, ever, in my very long adult life, ever put off my taxes this late, ever. Why is there a nail here? It's a good nail, I need that. I always have my taxes done by the end of February. We're in April. They're due soon. I've never waited this long. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. And it's not like they're that hard to do. I use TurboTax. This is not a paid promotion by TurboTax, though. Hey, if they wanted to give me the software for free, or hey, just come do my taxes for me, that would be okay. No. I do TurboTax. It's not hard. I used to do my taxes by hand. No. You know, sometimes not even with a calculator. I know what it is because I did already start them. It's because I had all my paperwork organized really, really well in piles, paper clips labeled, everything good. Somehow my pile got all messed up and my paperwork got spread everywhere. Okay, granted, I had it organized on the floor. Maybe a cat, dog chase type thing was involved. Maybe it was the kids. I really don't know. But once it got messed up, then I was like, forget it. I can't do it. I can never organize this paper again. I can't do it. I'm done. I can't. But I have to. Gotta file my tax return because I need my refund. Anyway, that is not what we're here to talk about anyway. I just have to admit it. So as soon as we're done here with our tea break, I'm going to work on my taxes for an hour. At least an hour. And then I will allow myself a break to go play with the kittens. You do all have your tea, coffee, and cocoa, don't you? So as a follow-up to the first tea time video, I would love to do this every day. I myself would love to be able to take a break in the middle of every day to have a cup of tea. I don't always, but we're working on it. And I'd love to make a video every time, but I'm afraid we'd run out of things to talk about. You know what? I do feel that I should start every video I make with some kind of disclaimer. And say, for example, this is not a dumpster diving video. This is just a me blah 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 video. Well, they're all me blah 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 videos, but this is just a, this is just a us chit-chatting kind of video. So I want to follow up first on the other one where we were talking about ways for Frugal Mommy to make more money and pay off her mortgage. Not pay off my mortgage, just pay my monthly mortgage payments. Yeah, pay off my mortgage. Oh, that would be nice. So thank you all for coming up with lots of good ideas. Now, first, the issue of social media. Some people said, yeah, do it. I'd follow you on that. Most people said, don't do it. It's a waste of your time. There's too much drama. I didn't know there was Facebook drama. I had no idea because I'm not on it. Most people said, don't bother. So I'm going with that. I'm not going to bother for now. The learning curve for me would be like really steep and difficult. Some people suggested Patreon or doing super chats where you all give me all your money. I do not like the idea of that. I am not going to criticize other YouTubers who do that. In my head I am, because I'm very judgy. But, whatever, to each his own. But I wouldn't feel comfortable with that at all. I would feel extremely weird about that. I cannot imagine. I mean, there are ads here, right? That's how I get money out of YouTube, is if you let the ads run. And I'm not saying watch them. I've made that clear before. You don't have to watch them. I don't want you to be sucked in by advertising, which basically is geared towards getting you to be separated from your money in some way. Don't pay attention to the ads. When the ads are running, that's when you go to the bathroom. That's when you get a cup of tea. But Patreon? No. And that super chat thing? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. First of all, we're all about frugality. I'm all about no money out of pocket as much as possible. So I don't want you giving me your money. I mean, that just, no, you save your money. I don't like that at all. And I know there's some other YouTubers who do some kinds of similar stuff to what I'm doing. And I'm not going to name names. They don't watch me anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I guess they do super chats or live chats or something where you can contribute. But oh no. Oh, that just sits wrong with me. No, that does not sit well in my heart and soul. I don't like that. That seems very, I don't know, like scammy and userish, and whatever. People are going to do what they want to do, and if you want to give them your money to support them, well, stop. Don't do that. Save your own money. I mean, sometimes I think these YouTubers have more money than you do, and I do, and, you know, I don't know. Even if it's just $2 a month, and you're like, what's $2 a month? I can't even get a cup of coffee at Starbucks for $2 a month. What's that? But it adds up. I mean, if you want to get rid of $2 a month, I would rather, yeah, I know, because I will tell you what to do with your money. I would rather you donate it to a local animal shelter. Now, if I made something or had something to sell to somebody, then I would not feel bad or guilty about taking their money because, you know, it's an exchange. I mean, I'm not going to be holding a gun to your head saying, hey, please give me your money for this amazing hand-knit scarf I made. For $20, this could be yours. Actually, no, this belongs to one of the kids. I made these scarves for the frugal babies. First, I made them blankies because they're into the pink purple thing. And then I had leftover yarn, so I made scarves. I mean, if you want a scarf and you feel like, oh my God, wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be just almost like a touch with celebrity to have a hand knit by Amy freaking Frugal scarf? I would pay $20 for that. Sure, I'll knit you a scarf, but this is kind of what it looks like. Truth in advertising. I mean, you can pick your yarn color, obviously. Anyway, my point is, if I am providing a service or an item or something to a person, I don't mind charging for that. But just to give me money? No. The only person who should just give me money that I would not have guilt about, that I would even accept from, is my mother. My mother should be giving me money. I know some of you would disagree, but no, other people, no. So anyway, anybody who wants a scarf, feel free to email me. Put my email below, jazzyblebo@gmail.com. Jazzy Blebo, what is up with that name? Cute story, cute story. When the Frugal babies were in utero, we referred to one of them as Jazzy and the other as Blebo. I don't know why. It made sense at the time. So anyway, that's why my email is Jazzy Blebo. The traditional spelling of Blebo, of course, B-L-E-E-B-O. I'll write that below for you. I'm thinking around $20. That's not that much money. I mean, maybe it is for a scarf. I mean, I wouldn't pay $20 for a scarf. But I wouldn't buy a hand knit scarf because I can make them myself. I'm just trying to figure in the cost of the yarn. I guess it might depend on the cost of the yarn. Shipping and handling would be separate. Enough of that. Enough of the scarves. Oh, okay, so now I have a new idea. We are all kittens all the time. I was thinking, because nobody's ever done this before, a kitten calendar for 2020 to be made available in, I don't know, around October or November when you need your calendar for the coming year. Wouldn't the Frugal Kitten calendar be the cutest thing ever? Yes, it would. And maybe the calendar could have frugal tips in it somewhere. Frugal things my kittens have taught me. I think there's got to be some way to self-publish a calendar and make it affordable and cute and of decent quality. Don't you hate when someone gives you a calendar of cute puppies or cute kittens and you look at the pictures and you're like, they're not that cute. I could have found cuter. I also have something else kind of in the pipeline. It may come to nothing and maybe I shouldn't tell you, but I'm going to. So when the Frugal babies were littler than they are now, I wrote this little story. It just kind of came to me. It's nothing genius. It ain't no Goodnight Moon. It does rhyme. I sent it out to publishers. I was rejected, but Scholastic got back to me and said, oh, we like your story, but you need illustrations. And I said, well, I can try to illustrate it. I mean, I can draw a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. So the Scholastic lady said, oh, well, I'll see if we have any in-house illustrators who could work. I just spilled it all over me. Good thing I'm just wearing dumpster yoga pants because I just spilled my tea all over myself. So anyway, in-house illustrators. And then I never heard back from her and it just died a sad, sad death. My girls have a classmate. One of my girls is in love with him and plans to marry him someday. But we're not supposed to tell anybody that. His mother is a graphic artist. And the other day, Frugal Daddy was looking online, I guess at her website or her Etsy station or something like that, looking at her artwork, and he was showing me, and she is really talented. I mean, like, really talented. Like, the kind of talent you're like, damn, I wish I could draw and paint like that. Like, she's really an artist, right? So he thought, wow, why don't we ask her to illustrate your book? And, you know, go in it together. It's like, we can't pay her to illustrate my book. But, you know, she does the illustrations and then submit to publishers again. And I thought, well, that would be really cool. So I guess he saw her the other day at soccer, when the kids were at soccer, and asked her about it and told her about the book a little bit. And she expressed some interest. She hasn't seen the book yet. I don't want her to feel pressure, you know, because I want her to have an out so that if she looks at it, if she reads my little story and thinks this is a piece of caca poo, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Like, I don't want her to feel bad and guilty about that. But the illustrations would take her time, and I just don't want her to feel pressured into it. So, you know, it has to be a no pressure thing. But I do need to follow up and talk to her and see if she'd be willing. And then Frugal Daddy and I were talking about, well, what if no publisher wants it, and what would it cost for us to self-publish it, and so forth and so on. And what is this little story about? It's not really a story with a plot, mind you, but it's geared, I feel like it would be appropriate for any child, because children are a part of your family, and it's kind of welcoming without giving it all away, welcoming a child into the family. But I think it would be particularly poignant and appropriate for foster children or adoptive children, or for any child who might come into a family in kind of a non-traditional way, but really for any child. So if it ever gets illustrated and published, then I'll show it to you. And maybe I'll be hawking that on this channel. At the end of every video, I'll be holding up my little children's book. Anybody want to buy a book? And then, of course, the yard sale. I am having this damn yard sale. I really would like to try to have one every month, because it would be nice to have a regular thing going to generate money. My first problem is not so much finding stuff in the house to get rid of. It's where do I store it all as I'm waiting for a nice warm Saturday to have the yard sale. And a lot of people have asked me, well, not a lot, a couple of people have asked, well, one person has asked me. No, more than one, I'm kidding. 3. Oh, film your yard sale. We'd love to see a video of that. So I was thinking yesterday, how do you film a yard sale and have that be an interesting video? I mean, from my professional cinematographic standpoint as writer, director, producer, how do I make that interesting? Weirdly enough, yesterday, Frugal Daddy was looking at a video, and it happened to be of a yard sale. And I thought, how weird, when I was just thinking how to make a yard sale video interesting. So I kind of took a little look, and I thought, yeah, not interesting. Not to criticize, but hey, I speak truth. It was just kind of not interesting. So I'll try to film it, but I don't know. A lot depends on the editing and the musical accompaniment. For those of you who watched the kitten coming home video yesterday, did you recognize that music at the end where Mama Cat was getting into the little bed with the babies? Did you recognize the Bach prelude? Yes, you did, you classy viewers, you. So that pretty much brings us up to date on the how to earn money thoughts going on in my head. Though another thing to talk about today is, why are rich people? I know that's kind of a loaded question because it's a big generalization, and they're not all. I just wanted to say that. Frugal Daddy and I were talking yesterday in the car on the way to get the kittens about some article he read or book he heard about, some such, where the author was saying it's not that money changes people and turns people into, when they get wealthy, it's that it's that type of person who has the drive and the focus and the not so much caring about other people along the way who gets wealthy. I said I did not really think that was true. I guess to an extent that's true, but I just think that's a massive overgeneralization. Because there are certainly people who did not start off as, who get rich and stay nice people. There are rich people who are still nice people. I've known quite a few wealthy people. Honestly, I have. And some of them really aren't. In fact, I would say the majority are. And I think that might be because when you have a lot of money, you really live in a different reality from the majority of people. And you just aren't in touch with the same kind of issues. You're just in a different world. And I also do think that coming into money changes people. It can, let's say it can. It doesn't have to change everybody. I mean, if I won the lottery and got fabulously wealthy, I would still be a delight. I would still dumpster dive. I might even do it more. I would probably just become more how I am now. Louder, funner, more eccentric, more dumpster diving, because I would feel the freedom to, I guess. I don't know. But I wouldn't become... Do you think that money changes people? Do you think that rich people are... Do you think it's not that money turns them into that, but it's that type of person who then is able to become rich? We have to recognize also, I think, that there's a difference between people who just start off kind of normal and might have normal family values and then become rich. Big difference from people who are born into it. Like the kids who grow up rich, that can be a whole different level of, because they have that whole privileged thing going on. It's the psychology of money, what money means to us, what it represents. So when you have it, you're going to think differently about yourself in the world than if you don't have it. If you don't have money, it impacts how you feel about yourself and other people and your place in the world. One thing I have definitely noticed, and I know you all have too, I know you have, as philanthropic as many wealthy people can be, I find that the people who have the least are the most willing to give and help others. That's just what I have found in my own experience. It's just anecdotal. This is just my opinion and my experience. I've known nice rich people. I have known rich people. I've known both. I think, okay, I'm trying to think about the psychological machinations behind having a lot of wealth. Is it that you feel like you're entitled? There must be this trigger that goes off where you think, I have this money, I must deserve this money, so I must in some way be better than other people. It's a chicken versus egg kind of thing. I kind of have the same question about attorneys too. I've known some attorneys over the years, friends from college and high school who are attorneys, and my friends are lovely people. I have known some attorneys who are not lovely people. And is it just an issue of some people are nice, some people aren't? So in any group, you're going to find some people who aren't very nice? Or is it that there is something in a person who is drawn to become a certain type of attorney? Do they have that kind of jerky side already in them? Or is there something about going through law school and becoming an attorney that makes you think, I'm hot shit, and then it kind of changes you into kind of a jerk? But one thing we must all remember as we ponder these weighty thoughts: people are people, everybody's got their strengths, everybody's got their weaknesses. We could all do better. All finished with my tea, and I can't wait to get back to working on my taxes. And for any of you who have ever commented that I have beautiful green eyes, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Very few people throughout my life have ever noticed my amazing green eyes. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Do your taxes and comment below. Let me know what you think about the psychological propensities of the well-to-do. Bye!